What's up, adventurers? Welcome back to Am I the Antagonist? Live on stream. Um, yeah, figured I would do this one again because it was pretty fun last time, and you guys all seem to enjoy it. How's it going, Scott? Good to see you, buddy. Anyone else is here? Hello, welcome. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, because that really helps the channel grow. User, what's up, buddy? What's up, Andy? Good to see you, buddy. Epona Online, hello. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you all had a nice weekend and a good Sunday. Even though it was raining here in Toronto, so I didn't get out very much. But that's okay. I spent all day editing my new pirate video, which is coming out tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, go check out my video about Blackbeard. That's why I'm wearing my Ailstorm shirt tonight, to celebrate piratiness. What's up, Harjit? How's it going, Lanybug 2020? Good to see you. Yeah, I always like making the pirate videos. They are a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun for me. So I hope you guys enjoy them as well, because they're kind of like my passion project. Like, I like doing the walks, fair enough, and I like doing these readings, but the pirate videos are like what I like. I just really enjoy making those. How's the foot? Improving? It's getting a little better. The bruising is starting to fade away. It's not as bad. Can you guys hear the music? That's a quieter song though. I can just turn it up and down as we need. But yeah, I hope you guys are all having a good day. Yeah, we're diving back into Am I the Antagonist today. Let's just go straight to the subreddit there. What is my pirate name? Oh, I don't know. I'd have to think of something. I think you get given it. You don't really get to pick it. I don't hear music, just the voices in your head. Oh, I'm sorry, Andy. I hope they're chill voices. Yo, what's up, Roddy? Good to see you. All right, what kind of stories are we looking at today? Am I the antagonist? Oh, am I the antagonist for considering ending my engagement due to my fiance's life goals? Am I the antagonist for screaming at my friends in public? We got a couple. Ooh, here's one that relates to me. Am I the antagonist? 18 plus lap swim schedule not being respected at my gym. Now, I like swimming and I despise children, so we'll see. Let's jump into this one. Is it long? No, it's not too long. All right, am I the antagonist for 18 plus lap swim schedule not being respected at my gym? Yo, what's up, Brandolph? Good to see you, buddy. Woo! That was dangerous. Let's just thread that cord back there so that doesn't happen again. Okay. Alright, so please tell me if I'm in the wrong, because this has been haunting me since last night. LOL. You cast Might Quake? Well, it worked. You're a very powerful wizard, Randolph. Basically, I go to the YMCA multiple times a week to swim as my workout. On the website, it's scheduled Monday to Friday, 7 to 8:45 to be the 18 plus lap swim. Okay. So, adults only, boring motherfucker going up and down the lanes. I already understand who he is, because these lap swimmers will come and swim even during the open swim and then get mad at you for being in their way. And it's like, dude, like, it's the open swim. What are you doing? Like, So, my issue is that none of the lifeguards at my gym enforce this rule. I have to deal with these really loud kids running around and splashing when I specifically go during that time to avoid dealing with loud children. I have nothing against kids playing at the pool when it's their scheduled time, but I feel it's really disrespectful on their parents' end to allow them to go. I have spoken to 3 different lifeguards about this while I'm trying to swim. They have all agreed that kids are not allowed in the pool right now, but they let them in anyway. Then they will ask me if I want all the kids all kicked out of the pool. I feel like a total Grinch asking for that to happen, as the kids are watching me talk to the lifeguards, so I don't actually say anything. Yeah, it's like you don't want to come off as the bad guy, but like they're not supposed to be there. Well, that's understandable. Just like I don't think lap swimmers should come to the open swim and then get mad at people for swimming openly. So yeah, I understand your frustration. And kids are unpredictable. Kids have no regard for people who are trying to swim around them. They just do whatever the hell they want. So, okay, so here's the actual asshole part. Last night, as I was trying to lap swim, 3 different kids tried to jump into my lane and I kind of lost it. I said it's 18 plus lap swimming time and that they need to go somewhere else. They didn't want to listen to me, so I had to get the lifeguard. The lifeguard let them stay, and he said he would keep an eye on them to see if they would actually lap swim. Spoilers, they didn't. And more kids actually got into the pool after that. I went up to the lifeguard to ask when the next 18 plus only swim is, and he said it's actually right now. It's like, okay, then why is there children here? If they're here and they're gonna just lap swim, cool, but... Yo, what's up, Vibe King Derek? Good to see you, buddy. Am I the a-hole for not checking in a while? Nah, man. Like I always say, people are free to come and go as they please. You're not obligated to be here any more than I am. So I'm glad that you did show up, though, Vibe King. Yo, what's up, Donnie? Good to see you, buddy. It's the summer. Only one more month left in the get out. I'm avoiding swimming till the end of August. Yo, fair. The place that I usually go, I do open swim just because I don't like lap swimming. But they changed up their schedule, and they're like, oh, we're trying to do our summer schedule, and now it's all like weird times and stuff like that, and I know it's just gonna be full of kids, so yeah, I definitely wouldn't be going there right now. Like, I don't mind going to the outdoor pools; those are fun, but yeah, at the Y specifically, it's like the rules should be enforced at the Y, because you're paying for a membership at the Y, like not like going to a public pool. If you're granted the power to fly, how would you become a millionaire in a week? And if you're not a millionaire by the end of the week, you lose the ability. How could flight even help you become a millionaire? I'm not sure how you would even pull that off. I guess I would start doing my live streams while flying and then see how many views I get. Probably a lot. But I don't think I could be a millionaire just from live streaming at the end of the week. I don't know how you would make that work. Maybe rob military jets as they're flying and then sell the weapons for a lot of money. Something like that. But yeah, not the a-hole. I'd be pissed too. Yeah, well, let's see. We're almost done. I was so frustrated because it's not my job to decide if the kids are in the pool or not, and they just shouldn't be in the pool. I ended up leaving my workout before finishing it because the kids were screaming at each other across the pool. Yeah, I've been there. I went to the front desk to put in a formal complaint and called the membership director and left a voicemail. I have never put in a complaint about anyone, but I'm tired of the schedule not being respected and dealing with people's loud-ass kids every time I want to work out. Please tell me if I'm in the wrong or missing something. Like, I don't think you're in the wrong. Like, the kids aren't supposed to be there at that time, and that should be enforced. That should be enforced at the front desk. Like, if the kids are coming in and they're like, we're going to go swimming, it should be like, no, you don't get to. Like... update. I called and spoke to the aquatic supervisor, and he's planning on speaking to all of the lifeguards about this issue. Hopefully something will actually change, but I'm not too hopeful right now. I mean, from what I've seen, lifeguards are usually a bunch of like teenage kids. They're not going to stick their neck out and get mad at someone. They're barely paid anything to be there. They're probably just like, yeah, whatever, man. Like, it's just my job. Like, fuck it. I don't care. So, can't I just steal from people and fly away? Oh, yeah, I guess you could do that. But, like, to get millions of dollars worth of something from doing that, like, you'd have to steal, like, really valuable shit to be able to do that. You can't really fly into a bank either. I don't know. Yeah, what are the comments saying? Not the antagonist. You go there at that time for a reason. There's plenty of other times for the kids to be there and be kids. Yo, exactly. Opie isn't wrong for wanting what was advertised. Exactly. The lifeguards are being lazy and putting the burden on OP to decide. Kids shouldn't be in the pool during that window, plain and simple. OP's frustration is completely valid. Yes, I agree. I don't think you are an asshole for insisting that the posted times be respected. Yeah, what does some of the other ones say? I think mostly it's all in agreement. And a bunch of them arguing about how the lifeguards at the Y don't get paid enough. I'm an old lady and I can tell you this has been an issue with lap swimming since forever. Nothing worse than getting ready to turn and some kids jump in the lane. It makes me ragey even thinking about it. Yo, exactly. That's why I love swimming in the wintertime, because there's nobody at the pool in the winter. It's awesome. Because it's too cold. Too cold to go swimming. It's like, yeah, well, just dry off better then. Be a flying taxi at peak traffic time. There you go. Become a flying Uber. Yeah. If you don't mind random people just grabbing onto your body and holding onto you. What are the limits on the flying powers? Could I charge billionaires to fly them to orbit? Oh, yeah. Well, even if you were invulnerable, like how Superman flies around, I don't know if the person on your back would be invulnerable. Like, that's the thing. If a kid jumps on you, everyone's gonna look at you like you're the creep because you're the adult. No, exactly. And I've had that happen to me too, because I like to swim at the bottom of the pool, and I'll be going along, and then all of a sudden, like as I'm coming up, some kid just fucking jumps down like on top of me, and it's like, dude, like look in the water before you jump. Holy shit! But no, kids don't look around. Or like they'll start taking the floaties into the deep end because I only swim in the deep end. And they'll start bringing like the floaties into the deep end, and they're like jumping off the floaties and stuff like that. It's like, guys, can you like go play in the shallow end? If you're gonna play, go play in the shallow end. Let the grown-ups be grown-ups in the deep end. Anyway, yeah, how else could you make money? Like if there's no limits to it and you can fly like into space, then I would get a job at NASA. Be like, hey man, like I'll fly this up to the space station if you pay me $1 million, because it's probably cheaper than however much a rocket cost. I love going deep down while swimming. Yeah, me too. Like I don't like lane swimming. Like I'm going to do a front crawl and I'm going to do breaststroke along the surface of the water like a fucking water beetle. No, like I like to swim underwater like an aquatic mammal. Okay, what else we got? Okay, this one's interesting. Oh, wait, no, this one's super new. Am I the antagonist for screaming at my friends in public? Oh, it's really long, though. Hmm. Be the villain, fly a billionaire up in the sky and hold him ransom and only let him down after the wire transfer. Yo, fair enough. Yeah, that's it. Sign a contract with NASA. There you go. If there's no limits on the flight, like if you can fly up into orbit and like hold your breath and shit, even to just place satellites, like just fly it up and fucking chuck it so it's in the Earth's orbit. And you can't swim, Roddy? Oh man, swimming's really fun. Green Knight does the night stroke. Yo, true. No, I love swimming underwater. I feel like a porpoise. Yeah, I don't remember not being able to swim. Like I learned how to swim when I was really really young. So I grew up. My house in North Bay is right on Lake Nipissing, so I literally grew up swimming every single day. So I'm a fairly strong swimmer. I used to love when it was like a really windy day, and the waves would be crashing, like diving through through the white caps and stuff. That was a lot of fun. And then you got really strong at swimming because you had to be, or you'd get dragged out into the middle of the lake. But yeah, no, I don't know if I want to do this one. Let's see how long the other one is. Oh, removed by moderator. Oh shit, okay. Post must be asking for judgment. All posts in the subreddit must be about a conflict you're dealing with. Oh, but do not allow relationship issues, advice posts, rants, etc. framed as "Am I the antagonist?" post. They'll be removed. Oh, okay, so this post was apparently a little too personal for "Am I the antagonist?" Dun, dun, dun. All right, am I the antagonist for screaming at my friends in public? Have you ever swam in Wasaga Beach? I haven't been to Wasaga Beach yet. It's on my to-do list. We're going up to Killbear this weekend. Arrowhead. I'm actually going up to North Bay, and then we're going to go camping at like 2 spots on the way back. So Arrowhead Provincial Park, and then Killbear. And I know Killbear is awesome because they have the cliffs that you can dive off, and that's a lot of fun. Not that I'll be doing that with a broken toe, but I think I can manage a little swimming. I just got to be careful. Oh, Sonic Ninja's here. Thank God, guys. I was worried. I'm glad you're here, Sonic. Alright, am I the antagonist for screaming at my friends in public? I'll give you some context first. I've always had a very hard time with friendships, and I have a lot of trauma because of them. I was always isolated, and I still keep getting isolated no matter what I do. I'm going to imagine you're the antagonist. If all your friendships fail, it could be a you thing, bud. Even though I've changed a lot over the years. As a child, I was the kind of person who let people walk all over me, but during my teenage years, all of that changed because I was full of rage. Oh, he's angsty. I became more selfish in the sense that I started requiring respect, but I was always a good friend, and I always there for anybody who needed support. The problem is that these things just keep happening to me, and I always have to remind myself that I'm not wrong and that I'm okay, because honestly, most of these situations are not my fault. We'll see. I really do try and hold myself accountable, but most of the time I just can't find any explanation. So he's really bad at looking inward. Like, I'm never in the wrong. I'm always right. Like, I'm super deep and reflective, man. So, yeah, we'll see. I honestly think it has something to do with me being neurodivergent. Yeah, that may be. Going back to what happened tonight, every summer I go to this beach town where I usually spend time with the same group of people. I've had some problems with a few people in the group before, but I've always had my girls, the ones I considered my real friends. Oh, probably a she then. We've been friends for a long time, and they were always on my side. I always felt like I could count on them no matter what. I knew they would accept me. The problem started, I think, when I became more assertive, like I mentioned before. Nothing too extreme, but this girl, we'll call her Lisa, who was my closest friend, wouldn't listen to me and would constantly talk over me whenever we were in a group setting. It really bothered me. At first, I wanted to believe it wasn't intentional, but now I think she knew exactly what she was doing. I mean, a lot of people struggle with that feeling. Sometimes it's not on purpose. Sometimes they're just unaware, and people like to talk, and you just gotta be more talkative than them, I guess. This year, before the other girls arrived, Lisa and I were getting along just fine. We were actually becoming closer. Then, when the other girls arrived, she went right back to talking over me and not listening whenever I spoke. It really hurt me. One night we went clubbing and the other girls kept walking around without me or even calling me to come with them. I got upset and told Lisa I was leaving because they were making me feel excluded. They just didn't care. I left without receiving a single call or message, which is something I would have expected from friends I've had for so many years. Even then, I convinced myself that maybe I was imagining things. The next day at the beach, they acted like nothing happened, and I kind of let it go. But I started noticing that Lisa was actively ignoring me. Again, I thought maybe I was just being dramatic. Then I didn't go out for 2 nights because I wasn't in town. But today, when I came back and saw them at the beach, Lisa was very obviously ignoring me, talking to everyone except me. After a while, I went home and promised myself that I would ignore her too and treat her the same way she was treating me. That night, they didn't call me. The night they didn't call me, I later found out they had all gone to another friend's house without inviting me. That really offended me, so I told them how I felt. Their response was, "Well, it wasn't our house." But that makes no difference because if they had simply mentioned me, I would have been invited. I didn't receive an apology, only excuses. Later on, the night went on, and at first I was out with another friend. Later, I met up with the group after my other friend left. Lisa was still ignoring me, but I was ignoring her too. At that point, I decided that our friendship should end there because I'm no longer willing to tolerate that kind of behavior from someone I considered one of my closest friends for literally no reason. Okay, it seems like you're just getting like super butthurt over a misunderstanding. Yo, what's up, man who needs cookies? Oh, well, good for you, bud. Okay, where was I? Honestly, I think this all comes from jealousy because I didn't do anything to deserve this. I'm very self-critical, but in this situation, I genuinely can't see what I did that was so wrong to deserve being treated this way. It seems like you like to blow things up a little bit. How dare you ignore me ignoring you? Yeah, exactly, right? Like, just be the bigger person. Like, sometimes you just gotta ask to be invited out. Like, just be like, hey, are you guys doing something? Like, can I come? Like, I don't feel like this girl was being excluded. I feel like she, like, excluding herself to a point. At the end of the night, after we left the club, they were going to get something to eat while I had to go home. The other girls said that they would walk me there. As we were walking, a group of guys approached us with a really stupid excuse. They pretended that one of their friends was sick and needed help, but he obviously wasn't. It was just a terrible excuse to approach us. We walked away, but then one of the girls said to Lisa that she liked one of the guys. Lisa immediately said, "Well, let's go then." They all started running back towards them while I had to go home. I shouted, "I have to go home. What about me?" But they completely ignored me. They laughed and kept going, leaving me behind without even saying goodbye. They could clearly see that I was upset, but they still walked away. Lisa even looked happy to see me like that. Girl, these don't sound like your friends. When no one was around anymore, I started crying because I was so heartbroken. I really thought they were my true friends. I thought they cared about me, but none of them even stopped to think about me for a second. They were more interested in chasing random guys than making sure I got home safely. I did nothing to them. I know I don't deserve this. I've always been a good friend, and it's incredibly cruel for them to treat me this way after all these years. I already know I'm probably not even going to receive an apology for tonight because it's been over an hour and not a single one of them has messaged to check in on me. Tomorrow I will see them again, and I honestly don't know what to do. This is too much. I don't think I can still consider them my friends. I just don't understand why this is happening because there really isn't any reason for it. But I'm still very in doubt if I'm the one who's in the right or not, so I'm asking y'all whether I am the asshole or not. Yo, what's up, Megan? Good to see you. Welcome to Am I the Antagonist? Alright, what are the, I don't know if I have enough insight to give comments here, but I think the comments always are good to check. Reddit knows all. You need therapy. Screaming at anyone, public or private, not cool. Not how you should be communicating as an adult. I saw no accountability. You have to realize that people are allowed to pay attention to other people and not every second is about you. I kind of got a bit of that. Like she's like, oh, why aren't they thinking about me? Me, 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 me. It's like you you're not the center of their universe. You're the center of your universe. But like the way it came across is like you're only looking at it through your own lens, and it's like how old are y'all? Sound like they don't want to be your friend, or maybe you are quite needy and they just want to enjoy their time at the beach. Yeah. So as I'm sure you know, there's a term in neurodivergent world called rejection sensitivity. It sounds like this is what you're dealing with. It doesn't mean these friends know they're hurting you, but it does make you more sensitive to the possibility. Does that make you the antagonist? No, but it doesn't really make them the antagonist either. I would actually say therapy would be the way to go because being able to talk through those issues may help in a way nothing else would. I wish you all the best and hope everything works out for you. Yeah. This is like a scene from an anime aimed at preteen girls. Yeah, true. Yo, what's up, Shuriken Zone? How did you like Dreams in the Witch House? I enjoyed it. I'm wondering how all the other people enjoyed it. Like, it's one of my favorite Lovecraft stories because it's like really spooky and it's about like interdimensional travel and stuff like that. So it's a really good story. So if anyone missed that, go check it out in the playlist. But yeah, no, I liked in the Dreams in the Witch House. I'm not sure which one I'll do tomorrow night. I'll have to look through my. I got a big book of Lovecraft stories that I can look through and see which one I want to do tomorrow night. Love Am I the Antagonist stories? And I have to space out the letters or it'll auto translate to dad, apparently. Yeah, weird. AITA means dad in some language, I guess. Now, did you ask Lisa why she was ignoring you at any point? No, because I know she will deny it. It's like, well, maybe she won't. Maybe she doesn't even realize that she's doing it. Oh, OP's 16. Okay, she's a child. Anyway, yeah. Sounds like girls being girls. Dreams is one of the most cosmic stories. Yeah, it's really good. I mean, Lovecraft loves dreams. Like, there's the whole dream quest of unknown Kadath. And there's like the Gates of the Silver Key and stuff, which I'm pretty sure is all about dreaming and shit too. So he clearly really likes writing about dreams. Why is she 16 and clubbing? Oh, I don't know. It said, oh, it's very normal to go clubbing at 16. I started when I was 13. I'm like, do teenage girls start going to clubs when they're 13? Like maybe this is said in like Europe or something, but like I feel like it's probably different for girls too. I don't think they get carded as often as dudes do. Yeah, it's just teenage drama. Teenage drama. So we're going to move on because I'm a 35-year-old man and I have no place to be commenting on teenage girl drama. Am I the antagonist for buying myself stuff while living in someone else's house? Uh, nah, not that one. Ooh. Am I the antagonist for hating my partner's name? I'm too young to go clubbing and I was born in the first half of the 80s, yo, fair. And clubbing was never my thing. Like, I went a couple of times, and I just remember being really loud and crowded, and I'm like, I just want to go sit down and drink my beer, but I gotta pay $200 if I want to sit down at a fucking club. And yeah, no, it just didn't, it wasn't my vibe. Especially because it was all, like, club music. Like, I've gone to, like, emo night, that was fun, because, like, it was music that I was more into. Or, like, go to a concert at a club, but yeah, I don't want to go listen to for fucking 4 hours. You went to clubs when you were 13, but that place did a lot of illegal shit they shouldn't have, which is probably why it doesn't exist anymore. Yo, true. Am I going to bless you with the new Ocarina of Time remake when it releases? I'd have to buy a Switch too. I do want it. I do want to play it. But yeah, I'm going to have to save up for it. Because yeah, I definitely do want to play through that eventually. It looks really good. I mean, we got one trailer. I can't really say how it looks, but I'm hoping that is really good. When I was 13, I was at the skating rink. And then 16, you went to pool hall and arcades. We had a place in North Bay called, oh my god, my nose is itchy again. What was it? It was like a rec center up on the air base, and a bunch of underage kids could go hang out there. But it wasn't like a club; it was like a hangout spot with like video games and shit like that. But yeah, I never went clubbing. Not really. I did karaoke a lot. Karaoke was my club. Nice pub with live music, good food, good friends. Yeah, for sure. I'd rather be able to sit down and like actually chill with people. Family place where you can also get good food is your speed. Yo, fair. Hear that, fellas? That's a lot of donations. Yeah. Okay, all your super chats help me towards getting a Switch 2 and the Ocarina of Time remake. Alright, am I the antagonist for hating my partner's name? My boyfriend took a trip to the country his ancestors are from. He's now going back on our agreement to use his family name as one of our children's middle name. He is adamant that our future child must have his family name in addition to his last name as either their only middle name or second middle name. Okay, what's the difference between a family name and his last name? I thought that was the same thing. I'm frustrated because I do not like his family name. It is the same as a character in a popular TV show that is portrayed to be very eccentric and paranoid. This is now a deal breaker for him, so I have to say... So I have no say in 2 out of 4 or 2 out of 3 of our children's names. He's giving me full control over their first names. Well, that's the name that you're going to use all the time anyway, so who cares? But we already picked out all our names together, so it's not much of a compromise for him to make. I'm upset that he is willing to throw away our entire relationship over a name. I understand that it's important to him, but I feel completely trapped now. I'm willing to consider the name, but my choice in our future was taken away from me. The precedent this sets concerns me too, as he could go back on his word about anything and expect me to agree or break up with him. Edit. His family name is Murray, and his ancestors are from Scotland. Okay, is that not his last name? Like, what's the difference between a family name and a last name? Yo, guten Morgen, Spree Forest. Good to see you, buddy. Anyway, his family name is Murray and his ancestors are from Scotland. I should have added this originally, but I go by my middle name, not my given name. This is part of the reason why liking my child's middle name is important to me. Okay, but you go by your middle name doesn't mean your children are. Second edit, I saw quite a few people confused about my use of the term family name versus last name. To clarify, I have absolutely no issues with his last name. I am not asking him to take my last name. Okay. He wants to control the middle name as either the only middle name or second middle name. Okay, so, like, it's the most superfluous of names anyway. Who cares what it is? No one, like, you don't know 90% of people's middle names. Some people don't even have middle names. So, like, why does it bother? Oh, because you go by your middle name. Therefore, everyone else must have a cool middle name, right? Like, he wants to control the middle name as either the only middle name or the second middle name. So, we would be keeping his last name, as a family usually does, and also adding another family name on top of that using the middle name. Okay. We are both 23 and I'm not pregnant, so yes, this is a hypothetical situation. But he feels like it's important as it regards the future. Thank you all for the responses. Responses. Quite a few made me laugh. I appreciate this. Today's been stressful. Okay, there's some people that are confused. They're like, Murray is a completely normal last name. I don't know what character you're referring to. She's not referring to the last name Murray. She means whatever middle name he's trying to force force on the kids. But it's like, who cares about middle names, man? For a hypothetical child that isn't even here. Family names and last names, they should be the same thing, right? Yeah, that's why I have a... You don't have a middle name, Roddy. No, exactly. Yeah, some people don't have middle names. They haven't changed names in the story because no one is innocent. Yeah. Just name all your children George Foreman. If this is real, let him go now. Everyone's like, yeah, you have a say by having kids with someone else. It's like, yeah, they're just like, break up with him. Not the antagonist. Names for children require both parents to be on board. He cannot unilaterally decide what your children's name should be. Fair. Failure to compromise on this is a huge red flag. Do not have children with this person. Oh my god, yeah, a lot of people just... Reddit's always so quick to do that, though. Be like, get divorced, break up with him, cut his nuts off. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, I wonder what happened in Scotland to make him so attached to this other middle name. And it's like, yeah, well, a lot of people are confused about the Murray thing. And it's like, no, it wasn't Murray, it was the other name that they didn't like. Anyway, not the antagonist. He doesn't get to unilaterally decide something, and it's worrisome that he thinks he does, especially considering you're doing literally all the work. Yeah, well. Yeah, no, this is just a silly situation. Is there an actual child involved, or is this all based on the assumption that your relationship will last long enough for you to have kids together? Yeah, probably not. Yeah, it's all hypothetical anyway. This is a silly thing to argue about. Hmm. Am I the antagonist for letting my partner starve? Oh, that's really long. No thanks. Am I the antagonist for not touching anything my dad touches? There we go. Oh, that one's really short. My parents are both annoyed at me for this. We are at a hotel right now, so one bathroom. I noticed my dad doesn't wash his hands, like in general, after using the bathroom. It really disgusts me because he touches everything while peeing and then doesn't wash his hands. I have asked him to start washing them before, but no avail. He just makes the usual teenagers are annoying comment. The issues are mostly with sharing food, as if there's a spoon everybody uses to pick up salad, I can't bring myself to touch it if he did, and it's very, very obvious, which really bothers both my parents. So am I the antagonist? No. Wash your hands, man. Like, that's fucking gross. Like, your dad sounds like some kind of, I don't want to say blue collar redneck. Like, he sounds like a dirty person who doesn't care that he's fucking dirty. Tell him that's how he gets worms. Yeah. And foot and mouth disease and every other nasty ass cootie floating around. Yo, true. Not the asshole. Tell your dad adults find him disgusting too. Mind the antagonist for not wanting to touch the poop spoon. Yeah, exactly. That's fucking gross, man. Like, wash your hands. It's not that hard. It takes 2 minutes, and then you're not getting fucking germs everywhere. I hope your intent is to show him this post once you get lots of comments, because every single one of us is going to agree that he's being lazy and disgusting. It takes 1 minute. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, right. That's gross. Her dad is why food keeps getting recalled. He went around and he touched all the lettuce. It's his fault. Wait a minute. I had salad tonight. Was it a Taylor kit? Or was it only the Taylor salad kits in the States that got recalled? Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine. If I have diarrhea in the morning. Wanting basic sanitation isn't a teenager phase. It's your dad's just gross. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Am I the antagonist for not getting my little cousin, 11 male, everything he wanted in his shopping basket at the comic book store? No, it doesn't sound. Looking for a good one. Ooh, wedding ones. Wedding ones are always juicy. Would I be the antagonist for not asking my lifelong friend to be a bridesmaid? Excuse me. Hello, Reddit. Hello. I, 30 female, have been in a really happy relationship with my boyfriend, 34 male. We recently bought a house together, and he's been dropping hints that a proposal is on the way. Whenever he's had a little too much to drink, he straight up tells me that we're going to get married. Recently, he said it again while we were out with a friend of mine. A couple of days later, I met up with this friend for coffee. She was super excited for us and naturally started asking wedding questions, even though there's no ring yet. Yeah, don't count your chickens. What kind of dress do I want? What will our first dance song be? Then she asked, have you thought about who you want as your bridesmaids? Like, wink, wink. Do you want me? Want me as a bridesmaid? Oh, she's a keener. I know that she's definitely one of them. I told her she's definitely one of them. We've known each other for 12 years, and I can always count on her. And I know she'd help me make the big day run smoothly. But then she asked, what about Lily? Lily, 31 female, is a friend I've known for as long as I can remember. I truly love and cherish her, but there's one major issue. She is always late. Oh, Lily's the problem. Oh, okay. Ever since we were old enough to hang out on our own, she's had this habit of being ridiculously late. I remember when I was 18, I had to wait for her at the mall for over 3 hours. Dude. It's always something. Usually she blames traffic, but it's very clear it's just poor time management. There have even been times where we agreed to meet at her place, and she wasn't even home to open the door because she was doing groceries, and keep in mind, it's a 1 hour travel for me. I always text her the minute I leave the house. She has autism, and she has mentioned before that her time management struggles stem from that. Still, man, like, she is late for literally every single person in her life, so I know it's not just a me thing. To her credit, she's improved over the years, but being 45 minutes late is still not rare for her. I love her to death because she's genuinely one of the sweetest people I know, and I definitely want her at my wedding as a guest. However, I know I would be an absolute stress ball on the morning and days before of my wedding if she was a bridesmaid. Constantly worrying whether she'd show up on time for hair, makeup, and photos. So Reddit, would I be the asshole if I don't ask Lily to be a bridesmaid? That's a hard one. Oh, is Riri here? Yo, what's up, Riri? Okay, hold on. Let me change my messages because I didn't see your first message there, Riri. Oh, messages. Yo, when's my next nighttime walk? Yeah, my toe is broken, so it probably won't be for a few days. Probably for another like two weeks or so, which sucks because I like doing the nighttime walks and I like walking in general. And now I can barely hobble around, and it really sucks. So yeah, I'm sorry, Riri. I know a lot of you guys enjoy those, but it's no bueno for me. So if you want her as a bridesmaid, plan everything with her half an hour before the actual event. Yo, true, yeah. If you really want her there, just tell her to be there an hour early, and then she'll actually be early. Yeah, I don't know. I saw this thing the other day, and it's like, the guy's like, I have time blindness. That's why I'm always late. And it's like, oh, okay, well, what's it like when you're early? And he's like, oh, I'm never early. I'm always late. And it's like, okay, then, like, if you have time blindness, like, if you really have poor time management, you're either there super early or there super late. And sometimes you're even there on time. And it's like, okay, like, do you have an appointment the next day? Yeah, I'll be, like, I'm always on time to my appointments. Oh, okay, so it's like, you don't have time blindness, you don't have poor management skills, you just don't see, like, when it's not about you, you don't care. Like, I don't know. Maybe it is just her autism that makes her. But then, like, how would you hold down a job if you're that late all the time for everything? At some point, she's got to grow up and just start being on time for shit. Because it's not hard. Like, you're obviously just getting distracted by other shit in your life. And then blaming your autism for that, or traffic, or whatever. And yeah, it doesn't, like, it shouldn't be on your friends to schedule events or pretend to schedule events earlier around you. Like, you should just, like, be a grown up, be on time for stuff. It's not hard. But would I be the antagonist if I don't ask Lily to be my bridesmaid? I don't think you would. Like, it is a very stressful time, a wedding. And yeah, you don't want to always be constantly guessing if one of your, like, one of the most important people in the party is going to be there. Not that, like, the bridesmaids are that important, but, like, they are. They have a lot of jobs and they do a lot of stuff, so yeah, I don't think you would be the antagonist. You aren't even engaged yet. Relax. Yo, true. But I will say you should have a conversation with her if you don't ask her. Just don't leave it out there. Yeah, everybody sucks here. No, fair enough. That's a good. All right, have a good night, Riri. Am I autism shaming? No, I'm just saying, like, you can still, like, just be on time. I know lots of people with autism. I probably have autism. I can still get to an appointment on time. Like, if you know that you have that kind of issue, like, a lot of people with autism are aware that they do, then you plan around it. Don't make the world plan around your poor time management. Not, yeah, I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. Yeah, you're putting the cart before the horse. If your boyfriend only talks about marriage when he's drunk, he's not really that interested in getting married. Yeah, exactly. There's no wedding. Imagine posting about this before the proposal. Yeah, exactly. Oh, someone went through their post history. Okay, that post history. Yikes. OP, you really have serious intimacy issues, and he won't talk to you about the problem to help things improve. Not only sexual compatibility. Oh, holy shit. How can you guys improve or grow as a couple if he's unwilling to actually address the issues you're currently having? Have you brought up couples therapy? Okay, that's a whole rabbit hole. I'm not diving in there. Yo, what's up, Jessica Jacobson? What's this channel about? I like to read stories. Sometimes I'm reading H.P. Lovecraft. I do a lot of talking about Lord of the Rings in my shorts and stuff. I make long form videos about pirate history. I like to talk about that. And tonight we're reading r/am I the Antagonist. Just going through Reddit and making jokes about people. You're high functioning autistic. You've had time management issues. You set alarms on 5-minute intervals until the time to leave. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you need to do something that helps you remember to leave, like, that's fair. I do shit like that too. Because even then, sometimes I miss it or I get distracted. But it's like I've taken efforts to not do that anymore. So that's why it's frustrating. It's like, oh, she's always late for everything. It's like she can make efforts to not be late for shit. Yeah, let's move on to the next story, I think. Ooh, am I the antagonist for telling my mom that if she keeps acting like this, I will go no contact with her? Could you do a video on Baron and Luthien? I do plan to. Like, there's a lot of stories in... Like, I might... Like, that would have to be several parts. I'd have to do, like, more than one. So I'd have to do, like, how they meet. And then, like, the first... Like, the quest of the Silmaril and stuff like that. Like, I'd have to do, like, several different videos to cover that whole story. Because Baron and Luthien is a very long story. As are most of the things in the Silmarillion. And it's hard to cram it into 3 minutes. I get a lot of people commenting, it's like, oh, you forgot to mention this thing, you forgot to mention that thing. It's like, dude, I got 3 minutes to get my point across. So... And sometimes I will mention it in, like, the rough draft, but the rough draft ends up being, like, 6 minutes long, so I gotta go through and, like... trim everything out in editing until it's like just the bare bones of whatever story I'm trying to tell. So I don't always forget stuff. It just didn't make it into that video. I would watch them all. All right. Well, I'm not sure what my next one's going to be on. I gotta get one made. I might make one or two in the next few days. So because when I go camping, I'm obviously not going to be posting when I'm in the bush. But yeah, I'll get a couple made for the next few days and that sort of thing. And maybe one of them will be Baron and Luthien. We'll see. Excuse me. All right. Am I the antagonist for telling my mom that if she keeps acting like this, I will go no contact with her? So English second language, by the way, so there might be some weird words in here. So I, 24 female, spent a weekend with my 10 female cousin and my grandparents at a beach last week, since I'm moving to another country this month and they live far away from the city I currently live in. My parents came to pick me up. I still live with them. And we found out my cousin had lice. Uh-oh. My mom has been worrying about it ever since, and today we found out the rest of the family has lice. So I suggested getting a lice comb, but since it's Sunday, I had to go to a pharmacy that's a little more expensive than normal. She sent me to get it and told me to hurry up since we were having lunch soon. I went there as fast as I could, and the pharmacy tech told me sold me a treatment with the comb because apparently you can't just get the comb. When I arrived at home, I showed it to her and told her the price since she told me she was paying for it, but she started screaming at me because it was too expensive and that we've been having to cut corners. For the record, my family is well off and we don't have any money problems. And that I had to pay for it because she didn't agree on spending so much. I told her she was being unreasonable and that I can't change the price of things, and she just kept screaming at me. I said that she always berates me and everybody else that does favors for her, and that I didn't mind paying for it if that meant she would stop screaming at me. I had lunch with them, and when I was picking up my plate and going to wash it, my dad took it from me, so I left. She then started talking loudly about how I do nothing and that I can't even wash my own plate, so I went back to tell her that my dad took it from me and that I would have washed it if he didn't. She kept arguing about how she can't tell me anything, and I said that if she keeps acting like this, I will go no contact with her when I move out, which is happening in 2 weeks. My mom started ranting about how I'm manipulating her, and my dad told me that I was threatening her with not talking. And my dad said that I was threatening her with not talking to her. I am torn. Am I being too rough with her? Am I the problem? For the record, this is not the first time she does this to me or other family members. That's always tricky. Yeah, ooh, mom drama. You know, I know. Like, I feel like it's becoming more and more normalized going no contact with your parents, maybe almost too normalized. But it's like if she acts like this all the time and is like constantly berating you and being toxic, like maybe you're justified. But like like everyone has arguments with their parents. Like it doesn't mean you need to go no contact with them. Like I've had lots of arguments with my parents and like yelled and screamed at each other. And if I went no contact every time that fucking happened, then I would not have a family right now. And I would, yeah, I don't know if it's quite necessary. And like maybe once you move out and you guys have a little space between you, things will get easier. Because when you live together with someone, you tend to get at each other's throats more. Like the things that bother you more because you're together all the time. But when you're living apart from them, it's easier to forgive certain things sometimes because you're not dealing with it all the time. So I don't know. Move out, and then if she continues to be this way all the time and like calling you and harassing you, then yeah, I would maybe consider it. But yeah, no one's really given a am I the antagonist or is it a would I be the antagonist? I think you kind of are the antagonist for telling your mom that. Could you face reveal? Yeah, you're a bot, aren't you, Potato Muncher? Yeah, I think you're kind of the antagonist for threatening non-contact as a way to like try and one up in an argument. Like I don't know. Getting rid of lice is an expensive venture. Your mother is rather naive. Yeah. One lice treatment for the entire family is hilarious. Yeah, they probably would have had to buy a whole bunch. Everyone's talking about the lice. I don't care about the lice. My advice would be look forward to your moving date, and then enjoy your peace once you're away from that toxic household. Yeah. Maybe block their numbers for a while once you've moved just to get used to having your own space without all their noise. Unblock or not when you feel up to it. Yeah. Oh man, everyone's just talking about the lice. I don't care about the lice. I want the mom drama. Yelling is 100% abuse. It changes the way your brain develops because it fires your sympathetic nervous system. Yeah, it puts you in fight or flight all the time. So if someone's always yelling at you, then yeah, that's understandable. But she might be having separation anxiety over you leaving the home and is picking fights with you so it won't hurt so much. Is she right? No. Just breathe deeply and know that you're leaving this insanity behind. Try not to take it too personally. Not to the antagonist. OP says that makes sense. I'm used to her just switching it up when I'm out on vacation or something and treating me specially well. I guess I took that for granted and she's probably really sad her first daughter is leaving home. Yeah, okay, so. Everyone's saying not the antagonist, but your mother's abusive and dad enables her. She won't change and it's hard to hear, but she's like this now, thinks it's okay, so change sadly won't come. Yeah, a lot of these. This stream is so Egyptian hieroglyphics? Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've read Egyptian hieroglyphics, so. Not the antagonist. When people leave for what can be either long periods or permanently, one party might potentially pick fights so it doesn't hurt so much when it happens. Okay, yeah, that's what a lot of people are thinking. She's just sad you're leaving. Whoops, daisy. All right, let's move on to the next story. Am I the antagonist? Sister flirting with my husband. What? Yeah, no, I'm not going to say you are the antagonist. Wait, why is he kind of... Because, that's why. Okay, am I the antagonist? My sister is flirting with my husband. Our family constantly stays with my sister when we go to the big city for a concert. This past time, I felt like the third wheel. My sister's been married now for over 15 years. She doesn't work. She stays home and takes care of her household. Her husband is great. My husband doesn't keep a consistent work schedule. They are both 46, and I'm 43. Her and her husband hosted us this past weekend ahead of a show. The entire time I felt like the third wheel, and while she and my husband, we've been together for 12 years, shot the shit. I was present for most conversation, and I just felt like the third wheel. At one point, she tickled my husband. I gave her a look, which she acknowledged as, "You looked at me like I was the other woman." She assured me she thought he was gross and that it wasn't like that. They're hiding something. That's a little too flirty. It's like, yeah, you want your sibling to get along with your spouse, but tickling and stuff like that's kind of weird. We got into a fight before I took her to brunch because I wanted to double check the address. She asked me if I was a R-tard with my autistic son in the back seat and called me dumb. She even went so far as saying she would take them herself and leave me behind. My husband declined. What? Oh, what? She got mad at you for asking where the address was? That's silly. Her and my husband had great conversations with... This is worded really weird. My husband had great conversations with my sister while I sat aside trying to put my thoughts into them, but basically got you. What is this wording? She asked me what was wrong. I was honest. Now she says she needs time. Yeah, your sister has stepped over the friendly interaction line, not the antagonist. Yeah, sometimes they get really weirdly worded near the end of me. That was weird. Not the antagonist. Where's her husband in all of this? Yo, fair. She doesn't respect you, so yeah, I wouldn't put it past her to flirt with your husband. Your husband needs the one to prioritize his time with you and not entertain her advances. Stop spending time with her, not the antagonist. Yo. Not the antagonist. If my sister tickled my husband, that would be too weird. I was thinking you were being ridiculous up to that point. Okay, you were being ridiculous up till that point. After that, her getting defensive and then insulting is a problem. Sounds like all parties need a break from each other. Yeah. How to stay married 101. Never touch anyone at work while at work other than handshakes. Never touch family and friends other than hello, goodbye, hug, and air kiss. Yo, true. So yeah, I'm going to say you're not the antagonist. That was really weird, flirty, inappropriate vibes. AI wording? Oh, it could be, yeah. AI words better than that. You know, if true. What if you trip onto something? Well, that's a little different. Like if it's an accident, or you're playing like football or something. Like there is appropriate levels of touching to a family member, especially like your your sibling's spouse, and then there's inappropriate levels of touching, which would be what this lady described. Yeah, not the asshole. Your sister crossed some lines and then your husband let it happen. I'd be upset with both of them and create a little distance. Exactly. Get them away from each other. Am I the antagonist for... Whoa, big long one, no thanks. Am I the antagonist for not returning a dog? You could be. Trip on someone? I saw that video too, yeah. Everyone munches potatoes. Potatoes are delicious. She's touching my special area. I'm in danger. Want one like me, BBD? Am I the antagonist for not returning a dog? I mean, maybe. I adopted a 1-year-old dog about 2 weeks ago. They said it was due to their other dog not getting along with it and not having enough time or space. They warned me of a few behavior issues, but since I adopted him, everything has been fine. My older dog loves him and has taken to the doggy door just fine. I work from home. All behavior issues listed seem to have a solution at my house. I had wanted a second dog for a while, so this wasn't a rushed decision for me. Also, not to toot my own horn, but toot toot, I'm pretty good with training and knew what I was getting into, and that I could handle it. It's a husky. And we have not only a fenced-in yard, but a concrete moat under it, so there's little to no chance of escaping even for his breed. Now, the owner texted and said that they changed their mind and want their dog back, but how could their situation have changed? They seemed so overwhelmed that they needed me to pick him up ASAP. I feel like I'm not the asshole, but since this person has bonded with him longer, I feel the need to ask, am I the antagonist? Classic Simpsons is best Simpsons, right? Yeah, do not give this dog back. He's clearly thriving with you. Get his microchip registered to you and get a vet visit taken care of so your name is on his vet records. That way he is your property and can't be taken. Yo, true. Yeah, like if you rescued him from a bad situation and now they want to bring him back into that bad situation now that you have him under control, it's like, no. Like, he's my dog now. I'm sorry that you miss him, but yo, what's up, Too Quick to See? Good to see you, buddy. Oh, you adopted him through... thankfully, we adopted him through the vet. They've posted a flyer, and I already made an appointment with the vet, so they know I adopted him and the whole story. Yo, exactly. So good, he's your dog now. And if they want him back, that's stealing. Quote Lilo and Stitch. See this? I own him. What's up, Spiritual246? Good to see ya. Welcome to the chat. Not the antagonist. That is your dog, and more importantly, you are his. Can you imagine how distressed the dog would be if you gave into this demand? That's also another thing. Like, going back and forth between houses is really stressful for pets. Like, so yeah, no, don't give that dog back. You paid for him. You adopted him. He's your dog now. You trained him, and like created a bond with him. So. Ooh, here we go. More mom drama. You want more mom drama? Would I be the antagonist? Deadbeat mom strikes again. Oh, 11:11. Make a wish, guys. Alright, here we go. Ooh, okay, it's not too long. What are we reading? We're reading some Am I the Antagonist from Reddit tonight, Too Quick to See. I like doing these because I can interact with you guys a little more, and I get to read funny stories and pass judgment on strangers from the internet. So, that's kind of fun. Tomorrow night, I will do another H.P. Lovecraft reading. Not sure which one I'm going to do yet. I barely put any thought into this. Probably one of his shorter ones, though. But tonight we're doing Am I the Antagonist? Or Am I the A-hole? But I like antagonist better, because it's YouTube friendly. Alright, would I be the antagonist? Deadbeat mom strikes again. To sum it up, my sisters and I have been gentle parenting our mom since we were 8 years old. Unfortunately, she still hasn't grown up. I couldn't imagine rehoming our husky no matter what he did. He's ornery. Yo, fair enough. Huskies are pretty like Rambunctious is a word. Loud is another one. But I think they're really cute, and they look like really fun dogs if you can handle them. I don't know if I could, but they look pretty silly. I would have fun with a husky, I think. Glad you admitted to passing judgment. That's the whole point of reading Am I the Antagonist, is to be like, yes, you are, or no, you are not. Or everybody sucks. So, yeah. Huskies are nice. They're beautiful dogs, too. But they have a lot of energy, so you have to be able to deal with that. 2 weeks ago, I got engaged, and it is the third time my mother-in-law have invited my mom to come out for lunch. My mom asked me for money for the small gift all these times, never invited her over. Anyhow, she did invite her for her birthday today while having lunch, which is in a week. Guess what? My mom hasn't ever prepared anything for her birthday. She just expects it to happen, meaning I am paying for it. And I did my whole I did my whole life because I feel sorry for her. She's uneducated and has been in a car accident and invalid still. Okay. She doesn't even know how to cook. The issue is she never really took care of us at all. I had been hungry for days when I was a child. Okay, this person might not have English as their first language because they're using a lot of weird conjugations. We never celebrated my birthday, nor did I get a gift, but she expected me to celebrate hers even when I was a child. You made a discount steak? Nice. Into some good steak with watermelon for dinner. Oh, there you go. That sounds like a pretty dope dinner. My girlfriend came over and she made me a salad with tuna in it, and it was really good. It was actually really nice. And she just threw in so many vegetables that it was like a giant bowl of salad, so it was very filling and quite healthy. My friend had a shepherd husky mix. He's an escape artist when he's in his crate. Oh yeah, like if they're smart, they can get out of pretty much anything. To make it even clear how she acts, she did not get me a present this year for my 32nd birthday. She saved me a piece of chocolate she got for Christmas. She said she barely saved it because it was that delicious. She then begged me not to tell my boyfriend at the time because what will he think of her? Would I be the antagonist if I just show up at her birthday party and offer zero help? It would be different if she asked me before if I could help, since she wants to give back to my mother-in-law, but no, she just invited them for her birthday, which she has never planned before. There has been a lot of incidents with her, and I want a psychologist to deal with it. Mostly I keep myself not too close, but contribute financially. Now my fiance is from my hometown, and his mom really wants to get to know my family. Poor she. Yeah, no, this is really weird. Yeah, no, I don't think you would be the antagonist for not paying for your mom's birthday that she's invited a bunch of people to and has had no input in. Like, no, she can plan her own dang party if she's gonna be like that. You had chips and Reese's Pieces. Yo, that's a single dude's or single person's cheat day. I've done shit like that before. Just buy a big bag of candy and a bag of chips. I'm like, that's good. That'll be fine. But nah, I can't do that every night. I love eating vegetables, but I had issues digesting the wheelchair. Bum bum. Womp womp womp. Eating it was fine, but it's the digestion that's hard, right? Jesus. This may be unpopular, but I would cut her out of my life. She abused you. She doesn't deserve your help or affection. Not the antagonist, since judgment is needed here. Yeah. Yeah, no, you need to set more boundaries with your mom and be like, no, I'm not taking care of all your stuff anymore. I'm not coming over and cooking for you all the damn time. Like, you got to be a grown up now. It's up to you how much effort you put in, but I would pull my mother-in-law aside and kindly explain the situation so she isn't broadsided. I suspect this is just a gift grab on your mother's part, not the antagonist. Yo, yeah. She just wants people to bring her stuff. Oh, some of these are really long comments. I'm not reading a comment that's about as long as the actual post is. Hmm. Alright, looking for the next one. Am I the antagonist for being unintentionally flirty in my interactions with other men? Oh, it's got 0 upvotes. And 182 comments. Oh, shit, okay. Oh, it's just, like, ridiculously long, though. Why doesn't it have any upvotes? That's weird. Pointed out one guy's misogyny at a birthday party. Am I the antagonist? Yeah, let's go. Feminism. So, I went to an acquaintance's birthday party. These guys are a few years younger than me and my partner. There was a pair of guys who started telling fun stories about their past, and one of them mentioned he dated a certain girl they all knew. The guys started telling us about how she was super hot, apparently even had an OF, and he used to talk with her as a friend way before anything sexual happened. He said this girl used to have a lot of guys chasing after her, but somehow, after this guy broke up with his ex, this girl asked him to hook up. Oh, wait, okay. And he was bragging about how they just had sex and the girl kept chasing after him afterwards and that she wasn't all that great in bed, etc. Well, first off, gentlemen don't kiss and tell. So this guy's kind of a douche for that reason anyway. And then to slag someone off like that, like, yeah, that's kind of bad form, man. And that she was his biggest flex because she was super hot and his ex was ugly, and afterwards he kept hooking up with so many beautiful women. Okay, this guy just sounds like a fucking douchebag. Like, yeah, cool, look at this sex saver over here. Like, good for you, buddy. Like, he even mentioned how some famous dude tried to hook up with her and she rejected him. Well, he didn't have to do anything. Well, he said he didn't have to do anything and she still desired him. I said it was because he treated her like a human being for a little bit because she was previously used to men treating her only as a sex object, even though he eventually did treat her as an object too. He was taken aback at my observation and asked why I said so and was rather defensive. I told him that because he spoke about her as a sexual conquest and only mentioned her physical attributes, not to mention his contemptuous remarks about her relationships and skills in bed. So, am I the antagonist? Bro, sounds like the dude talking is telling a fake story. I don't know about OP. I feel like OP is reporting someone geek-assing himself up. Not the antagonist. Every man who talks about women like this deserves to be lonely. Yeah. He sounds like a tool, yeah. It's not shocking for some men to realize that they're not one of the good ones. Oh, I know, right? Every guy's a nice guy until he fucking either gets what he wants or doesn't get what he wants. The thing about the nice guy act is that it is an act, and acts come to an end. The curtain goes down. So, if he's being a nice guy, that'll only last so long. Good evening, old Dan Tucker. Good to see you, buddy. Yes, you were correct. But you'll always look like an asshole to misogynists when you speak about their behavior back at them. So, take that crown with pride. Not the antagonist. Not the antagonist. You didn't even call him gross or anything. You just summarized his little story. Yeah, like you just called him out for being a dick, and then he got defensive about it because he probably knows that he was being a dick. And they're probably just trying to like flex to his little friends, be like, "Yeah, look how fucking cool I am because I slept with an OF girl." It's like, all right, man, good for you. Like, your medal's in the mail. Yeah, they say it takes at least 6 months to see someone's true colors. Yeah, like that's fair because you can only keep up an act for so long, right? And sometimes even less than that. Sometimes it drops as soon as they get what they want. Not the antagonist. You can boast about hooking up with a hottie and not be an asshole about it. Yo, true. You shouldn't even feel the need to boast about it. Like, it's like, hey, cool, good for you, man. Like, I don't know. It's like the same with like rich people. It's like rich people don't need to show off that they're rich. Like, they don't need Gucci bags and all that shit. Like, I just saw this thing about how like luxury brands are not really for rich people, especially the ones with, like the big bold lettering. It's like, oh, Gucci, ooh, like it's literally a way for poor people to pretend that they're rich. Whereas real rich people will buy like really high quality stuff that's not branded at all, and it's just like better, like it's actually better quality. Whereas all this stuff with like big famous brands on it is just it's for show. It's like, what's the thing? It's like the person who shouts the loudest is the one with the least to say. Remember that? I think my dad said, like, told me something like that when I was younger. He's like, people who actually get laid don't go around bragging about the fact that they get laid. Yeah, money talks, wealth whispers. Exactly. They don't do that because they have nothing to prove. Guaranteed billionaires still shop at Walmart. Yo, true, why not? Like, Walmart's awesome. Or they just don't care about for that stuff. They invest their money focused on other things than just plastering themselves with brands. Yeah, no, like, exactly. The millionaires I know wear Costco clothing. Yo, fair. Again, Costco's not bad. Status symbol equals big high end fashion. Well, that's what they want you to think. But yeah, like I saw something. It's like people in the lowest poverty bracket are the people who buy the most luxury brands, and they just waste all their money on it. And it's like, so it's really not for the rich people. It's for poor people to pretend they're rich. You can always find a deal online. Why overpay? No, true. Um, there's a good brand of they make watches, but they also make like shoulder bags, and their leather ones are really nice, but they don't have a big brand on it, and like it's Fossil, like it's not a luxury brand, but it is a nice, like a good brand, and I found one at fucking Value Village for $20, and I'm like, oh man, like I need this, and it's the leather bag that I wear all the time on my live streams, and it's just like super good quality. Fossil is decent, and I went in to like see how much it would retail for. They're like $400. Like they're expensive, but I didn't pay that much for it. That's why as soon as I saw it, I'm like, yoink, because yeah, I'd like to pretend that I'm fancy, but I'm not. No, I'm a broke boy. But yeah, pretty much everyone agrees, not the antagonist. Like, good on you for calling out that behavior. Ooh. Ooh, am I the antagonist for wanting to call out my friend's trauma? You love Value Village. Find so many gems while thrifting. Yeah, exactly. Got a $200 sweater for 18 bucks. Wasn't complaining. Exactly. Like some people will give shit away without even realizing or caring how expensive it is. So Like I found a skateboard and the wheels on it alone were like $200. And I was like, okay. So I just took the wheels off and put them on my skateboard. Now it drives like a fucking dream until some lady jumps in front of me and I have to bail. But most of your most durable things are from smaller, cheap brands with very good quality. Yo, exactly. I was there the other day, didn't find much. Well, that's the thing about Value Village. Like most of the time, you won't really find anything. You got to go every once in a while and just check. And sometimes you'll find something really good. Can't do the clothing. Number one place to get bed bugs, a secondhand store. I don't buy clothing from Value Village either. Like I go through pants really quick, and I thought about buying them at Value Village once, and it was like I'm gonna destroy a used pair of pants like right away. I'm just gonna wreck them, so I may as well buy them new. I go to Winners because it's still cheaper than going to like American Eagle, but then at least they're new. But yeah, no, I like actually I get a lot of these. Like I go and I look for new masks for my collection. Not all of those are from Value Village. Some of them are from like other countries and stuff like that. But local thrift and antique stores, yeah, exactly. You can find some really cool shit there. But again, like not every time you go. Like you got to go regularly, and then sometimes you'll find something cool. Last time they found a Vera Bradley sea turtle throw for $2. I like turtles. Always need to see pieces of history. Yeah, I haven't been like antiquing in a long time because I don't need furniture for anything. I have one or two pieces of antique furniture just because I've had them since I was a kid. Like this bookshelf behind me, I've had since I was like 2 years old. I don't even remember. And like I got a dresser in my bedroom and a nightstand that are like super old, but like the eyes wide shut masks. You go to Value Village once a year before local thrift places. Some what are these vintage stores? I find they're really overpriced because like you'll go in, it's like why am I paying $100 for a pair of jeans from the '70s? Like, but like I don't mind Value Village, but again, I don't shop there for clothes. I go and look for like cool, unique shit. But usually I don't find anything. Looking for electronics? Oh yeah, sometimes you gotta be careful with that though. You never know. I feel silly because I went one time and I saw a coffee grinder and I was like, oh, maybe. No, I won't get it this time. Then I came back and it was gone. I'm like, damn it. I have a bag of coffee beans that I need to grind and I don't know how to do that. Not vintage, legit thrift stores. Yeah, true. You only got one thing in 5 visits? Yeah, sometimes. Like, I hardly ever buy anything there, but I'll go check it out and I just browse. Vintage equals high ass prices. Yo, exactly. Oh, this is another super long one. God damn it. I prefer the slightly shorter ones. Hmm. Okay, this one's not too bad. Am I the antagonist for telling a married couple that I don't want relationship advice from them? I've known this couple for about 10 years. They're married now, but we've all been friends since high school before they started dating. I love them both very much, but their relationship and marriage is not one that I would want for myself. They got married young after dating only about a year and have been married for about 8 years now. They're constantly fighting, are codependent on one another, and it seems like they don't respect each other based on some of the insults I've heard them throw at one another when they start bickering. I don't doubt that they love each other, but I'm pretty convinced they don't like each other. Oh, one of those kind of relationships. Recently, I've been going on some dates with someone I met recently. Redundant statements are redundant and repetitive, which is something I told my friends about. I started to notice some significant differences between me and this person I was seeing, so I sought some advice from a different friend who is also mutual friends with this married couple. Long story short, I ended up breaking things off with the person that I was dating. When I told my married friends about this, they asked why I ended it. I told them about some of the differences I noticed between me and this person I was dating, and that my conversation with our mutual friends made me realize that those differences made us incompatible, so I decided to end it before it got serious. My friends started to press me about why I didn't go to them for advice, especially because I had previously told them I was dating this person. I told them that I spoke to our mutual friend about it because her and I tend to share similar views when it comes to dating, so I thought she could give me good advice, which is all true. At this point, I was feeling a little annoyed because I don't think I should have to justify why I do or don't seek advice from. Who I do or don't seek advice from. But I was willing to just drop the issue since it wasn't really that serious. However, they were unwilling to drop it and kept pushing me on why I didn't go to them for advice, and even said, "We've been in a happy relationship for many years, so we can give you the best dating advice." I'm not exactly sure why, but this really pissed me off, so I just told them directly, "Your relationship isn't one that I would be happy in, so I don't agree that you can give me the best advice, which is why I didn't come to you." Needless to say, this did not go over well. And now they think that I was disrespectful towards their relationship. I don't disagree that what I said might have been harsh and maybe even rude, but I only said it because they kept pushing me on why I didn't want to go to them for advice. So, am I in the wrong for telling them that? I mean, no. I don't think you're the asshole. I think you even, like, if you phrased it the way you say you phrased it here, then like you let them down pretty well. Like, your relationship isn't one that I want to model my relationship after. Like, sorry, if it works for you guys, it works for you guys. It doesn't work for me. Not about that. Um, yeah, they could be best friends with every divorce lawyer they separately know, or their photograph could be in the dictionary as the definition of wedded bliss. Doesn't matter. You didn't ask them for their advice. You don't owe them an explanation of why you didn't. Not the antagonist. Why would you go to a couple who's been married for 8 of the 10 years you've known them for her dating advice in the first place, right? Like, when was the last time you were on a date? Oh, you have a thing that I can pass judgment on. Ooh. Okay, okay. He wasn't the asshole. No, I don't think so either. My daughter has been spending time with a new boy. He messaged me today asking if I could get hold of my daughter because she needed some things back. He said she was out last night with another guy. I haven't told my daughter. I'm thinking about not telling her. I just responded to him with an I don't know. Oh. Ooh, that is a sticky situation. Hmm. Yeah, like I think like he should be confronting your daughter about that, being like, "Hey, I know where you were. I know what you were doing." Not trying to. He could be afraid of conflict. What happened to Manhunt Mondays? Well, Maddie is out of town in like Winnipeg or some shit, and my toe is broken, so I would be really bad at it. But yeah, about your daughter, too quick. I don't know what to tell you. Like, maybe just hint. Like, maybe you should message your boyfriend or something. How's your boyfriend doing? I don't know, man. Like, I've never been a parent. I don't know what to tell you. Hmm. Yeah, I need to stay out of it. Like true. I think he's just afraid to tell her, and that's why he's trying to go through you, so he can just avoid the conflict. But like he's got to man up and face it. Sorry to hear about the toe. That's okay. It'll get better. It might take a week or two or three, but whatever. The bruising is going down, and it's not quite as swollen, so she's damaged the relationship. It wasn't going anywhere. Wow. Yeah, like do you really love a person if you're willing to cheat on them? So no point in it causing any problems. No. But like this boy also needs to learn how to deal with his own problems and not like shy away from them. Like even if not to cause problems, just be like, hey, I know what you did. Like I want my shit back. Like peace out. Like not even if he doesn't get angry about it, he should just know that it's not your place to deal with his problems for him. And yeah, I don't know how to talk to your daughter about that. Like I don't know. How did it happen? Did you try to kick the corner of a wall or a dresser? No. I was skateboarding and I went to go past this group of ladies that wasn't paying attention, and they all like stepped forward as I was going, or one of them stepped forward as I was going past, and I like bailed out and landed on my toe really hard. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. Fair enough. Yeah, let it sort itself out. It's not your place to deal with that. They both need to learn. Next time, don't bail. I mean, I tried to swerve around her, and like I think I like either clipped her or something on the sidewalk, and my board went like out, and like one leg went forward, the other one went back. Old ladies are soft and hard to land. I don't think they were old. It was hard to tell because they had like burkas on, but like they weren't that old. They just were not paying attention. And then I don't think they even noticed. Oh, thank you, best cat. But yeah, I don't. I just don't think they were paying attention at all, and that's so frustrating because they didn't even notice that they hit me. Like, so that was really annoying. But this mom and her kids were like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine." I thought I was fine, and I tried to skateboard away, and then after about like 5 minutes, my foot started really hurting, and I'm like, "Oh fuck, I think I did something." So I guess maybe the adrenaline got me through it. It's hard when you're wearing something that covers your ears. Fair enough. And they were just like staring at the ground too. Like they weren't, or like on their phones or something. They weren't looking around at all. No. So I was a little frustrated after that. But we'll be okay. I'm just going to have to walk it off, I guess. Or not walk it off. Yeah, stay off my feet for a couple days, and then we're going camping over the weekend. So I just gotta be careful. That's all. Just take it easy. Tell us how it really made you feel, dude. I was pretty cheesy. Once I realized that I was actually pretty hurt, I was mad. But anyway, okay. Let's see if I can find. Hmm. All right. Let's see if I can find like some juicy ones. Hmm. No need for the world's smallest caster on your toe. Yo, I just what I've been doing it's called like buddy taping or whatever. So you just like tape the big toe to the toe next to it, and so it doesn't move. Who loves orange soda? Everybody loves orange soda. Orange soda is delicious. And they started making Crush Zero, so I don't have to worry about all the extra calories from it. Why don't we have strawberry flavored soda or cola? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think I've even seen it at like the machines where you can like pick your flavors. Usually when I go to one of those, I'll get like Coke Zero with vanilla and raspberry because raspberry is awesome. But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen strawberry. I think they have the like Poppy has a strawberry flavor, but that shit's way too expensive. Love strawberry flavored Coke? That would be pretty good. That would be pretty good. Hmm. That's another long one. Artificial sweeteners have the opposite effect, or so I learned from studies. Ooh, what do you mean has the opposite effect? Hmm. Strawberry would make it. Ooh, strawberry cream soda would be really good. Yeah, I find full sugar soda, like actual sugar soda, like way too sweet now. It's like drinking syrup. Like some people prefer it, and that's fine. Like some people really don't like aspartame or whatever artificial sweeteners they use, potassium sorbonate or whatever the fuck it's called. But I don't mind it. It works for me. Something about your body holding onto natural sugars more. Hmm. Usually make my own fruit flavored syrup and club soda. Make an apple one that was decent. Oh, nice. That's not so bad. Yeah, sometimes I buy the flavored coffee syrups, and every once in a while I'll put like a dash of the vanilla into like a regular can of Coke, and then it's like, now it's vanilla Coke. So yeah, I guess you can like really, if you go out and you buy a bunch of those different flavors, you can make like any flavored Coke you want. Hmm. Well, I don't know. They've done studies. People who drank regular versus diet zero sugar lost twice as much as weight as those who didn't drink regular. Wait, so they lost twice as much weight as of the people who drank diet Coke? Hmm. Tirani? No, Mateos. But I know Tirani. They're just the little bottles of Tirani are so expensive. But I go to Winners and I buy them there because they're like the same price, but they're like this giant bottle of it. We had strawberry at one time. Your body needs sugars. When you don't drink it, your body goes into survival mode and holds onto your fats and sugars. Well, you get sugars from other things, like from actual fruit and stuff. You shouldn't be drinking your calories at all. Like, yeah, you can get it. Yeah, Mateo's the zero sugar one. Yeah, you can get sugars from like your diet. You don't have to get 30 grams of it from a can of Coke. That's crazy. And I can't find it. No, I don't know. Like like strawberry soda, Ronnie. I don't know if I think Fanta has a strawberry. Okay, that might be widely available here in America, or it might not be widely available in North America. Okay, I find America always has more flavors of everything than Canada does. But I don't know. I always like to look around when I'm in the States at all the flavors of stuff. Look at people who order diet versus regular. In all reality, we shouldn't be drinking it. Well, to each their own. Spoonful of sugar does help the medicine go down. That's why kids medicine's full of sugar. I think. I don't know. I don't actually know what's in it. Am I the antagonist for breaking up with a boyfriend, male 33, over an unfunny prank? So I, female 33, dated John, male 33, about 8 years ago. So we were 25-ish. They should make soda with maple syrup. They made a maple Pepsi for a while. That was pretty good. I don't think it's available anymore, though. It was almost a year-long relationship, 10 months or so. A week ago was the first time I've seen John since, because we were both at a friend's party who was celebrating that friend becoming a father. John got super drunk and decided to tell everyone who would listen the story of how we broke up. After hearing it, most men were telling me I completely overreacted. Here's the story that started our breakup. John was staying at my place that night. I woke up and it was Saturday morning. I went downstairs to make coffee. I heard him having a shower upstairs and he came down and got dressed and ready to go to work. I figured out he got confused and thought it was a work day. I didn't say anything until he was putting his shoes on. I repeatedly asked him So what day is it? Until he got a bit mad, looked at his smartwatch, and saw that it was Saturday. He was quite mad at me and said it was a bad prank and he will pay me back. It wasn't even a prank, that was just you being a dum dum. That's not available anymore. Yeah, it was really good. To quote Liam, the plant sate, everything in moderation, yo, the truth. Damn, I thought I had an original idea. There's no original ideas anymore, man. The next day we were apart and he texts me, "We need to talk. I'm so sorry I got another girl pregnant." Oh, dude, that's not a funny prank. To which I replied something along the lines of, "If this is your attempt at a payback prank, consider it failed." After that, John double, triple, quadrupled down on it. He swore to everything he holds dear that it was true, even sent me a clearly fake ultrasound picture. I kept telling him, "Dude, I don't believe you. Stop. You're making this incredibly weird." He did not back down. After a full day of convincing me in vain, I was so weirded out that I told him, "Well, okay, if you're having a baby with a mystery lady, then we need to break up." And he was like, "Haha, my prank worked. Boom, pranked." It's like, no, your prank didn't work. And the fact that you kept pushing for it to work is why she wants to break up with you. Like, you should have just been like, "Ah, shit, dang," and then, like, come up with something new. Now you're there like, "Ha ha ha, you fell for it." It's like, no, I fucking didn't. Like, so after this incident, I was too weirded out by him, and we broke up a few days later, being completely unwilling to acknowledge that he took it too far and framing it all as, "I just needed some more convincing to fall for it." No, you just were pushing a bad prank too hard, and the fact that you kept doing it was the weird part. 8 years later, he's still clearly hurt about it because he was telling everyone and basically doing a poll on who was wrong. Some people were coming up to me to tell me it was just a joke, so am I the antagonist for breaking up with a guy over a bad prank? Dude, it's even weirder that he's still on about it 8 years later. Like, let it go, man. Like, you fumbled the bag, or the girl, whatever. Like, guy sounds like a moron. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, a moron with like no self confidence or whatever, or like no ability to reflect and move on from his stupidness. Yeah, dude needs help. And then to go around and tell everyone that at a party, and then like make it all like bring it all up, and then like make them confront you about it. No, that's not the asshole. John is such a loser. Yeah, exactly. He sounds his he sounds insufferable. I bet his friends are sick of hearing him bitch about it. And OP probably looked pretty good at that party. Yo, true. Whoa, that's a really long. Yeah, not the antagonist. You didn't break up with him because you were hurt by the prank and you wouldn't be able to get over the pain. You broke up with him because you realized things about his personality that made you not like him anymore. And those things are valid. Yo, yeah, it's a big ick. He shouldn't be at a party. Yeah. Put him in jail. Put him in a padded room. First of all, he got mad at you for pranking him when he got the day wrong. So yeah, you didn't even prank him. He just he was dumb and then got mad at you for not pointing out that he was dumb. So yeah, and he's still salty about it 8 years later. That's ridiculous. All right, I think we got time for one more. Am I the antagonist for not letting my neighbors into my flat? Hmm. Whoa. Some of these are really long. Am I the antagonist for not allowing my aunt to... it's another super long one. Read that one the other night. Geez, some of these are so long. Like, why are they all so long? Guy's a tool, and asking if he's a tool 8 years later doesn't make you much better. Yo, exactly. Yeah, you can't like get mad that your prank failed and still be fucking salty about it 8 years on. He probably like she was OP was probably really hot, and he's just mad at himself for fumbling that. All right, this one's shorter. Fine. Am I the antagonist for not ordering food and my sister went hungry? They deserve each other and no offspring. Okay, my sister is a picky eater, but almost every single time we go out to a cafe as a family, she orders what I order and never finishes it. I enjoy tea lattes and a savory pastry, while my sister has a complete sweet tooth. We have different tastes, and I have no idea why she always copies my order, takes a bite, and ends up throwing it away. We've wasted so much money on her over the years because of this. She's almost a teenager now, and she's been doing this since she was about 10 years old. My parents always let her do this, and I have no idea why. Recently, we went to Tim Hortons. Oh hell yeah, fellow Canadian. And I'm usually the ones who orders for the family. But this time, I went to the bathroom, and my dad ordered. I came back, and my parents had their drinks, and my sister had nothing. I asked what she ordered, and my dad said she waited for me to come back so she could order. I knew what was about to happen, so I told them I would order after her. My sister refused and told me to hurry up because she wanted a snack and was getting hungry. We were there for maybe about 10 minutes, and the whole time my sister was complaining about how hungry she was, and my mom kept telling me to order food for us. I tried to buy her food. I asked her what she wanted, and she told me she didn't know. So I told her that if she didn't tell me what she wanted, I wouldn't buy her anything. I didn't want her to waste money anymore, and I even took her up to see the menu, but she still didn't know what she wanted. To see if I was right about this whole ordeal, I said I might get a jalapeno pastry, and she told me she wanted that too. Then I told her I wasn't really hungry anymore, and suddenly she wasn't hungry either. I knew what was going on, so I ended up not buying anything. Well, after that, my sister complained until we got home about how hungry she was. My mom got super mad at me for not buying her anything. I really tried and even showed her the menu, but she didn't actually want anything for herself. I've always hated that she does this, but I've never stood my ground until now, and suddenly I'm the bad guy. The dumbest part about this is she got a snack when she got home, so it's not like she was deprived of food or anything. My parents chewed me out for being unreasonable. I feel like I was justified, but I might be the a-hole? No, I don't think you're the a-hole. I think your little sister is just trying too hard to emulate you, and she needs to discover that she's her own person. The art of the antagonist. Second cup is you watch your blasphemous mouth, Megan. I will not have people spitting untruths on this channel. Tim Hortons has gone down the fucking drain, though. Like, who wants pizza at Tim Hortons? Like, just do donuts. Donuts are fine. But no, it's because they got bought out by that friggin' company that runs Burger King. Like, so they're trying to appeal to all these demographics. It's like, make donuts. Make them in-house like you used to when Tim owned it. Or even the guy who owned it afterward. It was like sometime in like the late 90s that they switched to like all these frozen donuts that just get made in like some factory and then sent out. They used to all get made in-house, and they were so good, and now it's all gone to pot. Like, don't they realize that they would make more money if they just went back to being good? Man, like, they used to be so amazing. I'm confused. Why isn't it your parents' responsibility to ensure that she eats? They get government funding, the Brazilian company took over, and the donuts get 20% smaller. I know. Yeah, they're getting smaller. They're not nearly as tasty, and there's less variety. Like I remember back in the day, you would go and the whole like back wall was like different donuts. You could get a dozen donuts and none of them would be the same. But now you go and there's like five kinds. It's like honey glaze, chocolate dip, Boston cream, crullers, and then whatever like special dream donut they have for like the month, and it's just literally a Boston cream with like different colored sprinkles on it. Yeah, price went up, cost went down. Yeah, that's exactly why they did it. They're just trying to make money. You don't have a Tim Hortons, Roddy? Well, yeah, you're in the States. I think there's like, I saw one when I was in New York, but I don't think there's very many of them down south. Government pays half the employee wages, for immigrant workers, exactly. Even if you get the baked goods, as soon as they put them out on the shelf, they still taste terrible, yeah. They also discontinued the best Timbit flavor and cappuccino. Yeah, what's up, Trans Canada? Good to see you, man. No, yeah, like, what was your favorite Timbit flavor there, mate? Because they had the cappuccino ones for a little while during FIFA. They had a bunch of like different international Timbits, and the only one I liked was the Canadian one with the Pop Rocks on it. That one was okay. They have Tim Hortons in Florida. Oh, the birthday cake's not bad. I don't mind the birthday cake. But yeah, they used to have like so many different kinds of Timbits too. Chocolate snow, chocolate one with the white powdered sugar. Ooh, that does sound pretty good. There's a few of them that have the chocolate donut with the toasted coconut on it, and those ones I really like. Those are my favorite. Pop Rocks was good, yeah. I wasn't a huge fan of the other international ones though. Like they were fine, but oh jeez, it's only like one comment thread. Yeah, not the antagonist. How old are you both, and why are you tending to her needs rather than her parents? That's bizarre. Yo, exactly. Sister is 10, OP is 19. Oh, okay. But still, like, I guess she just, like, idolizes you and wants to. Or, no, no. She's almost a teen as she's 12. Okay, the kid's 12. Still, yeah, like, maybe she's just idolizing you. It's like, you gotta be your own person, kid. Circle K has an English toffee cappuccino that tastes identical to the one that Tim's used to have. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. Really, Circle K has better coffee than Tim Hortons now? That's ridiculous. I like the McDonald's coffee because they literally started buying the coffee that Tim Hortons stopped buying. So if you want like old school Tim's coffee, go to McDonald's. Surprisingly. But like I'll still go to Tim's every once in a while because it's cheap. It's like $2. But yeah, very rarely. Like if I want a donut, I'll go to like a nice donut place. Like there's one near me on Queen, and like they're like $6, but they're really nice. Like they're really good. And yeah, and McDonald's has dollar drink days now. So if you want like a small coffee, it's $1. Dirt cheap. Your parents should be handling this, not you. This isn't healthy behavior and something that should have been corrected a long time ago. You're absolutely not the antagonists. Your parents are, though. This is not your responsibility and you shouldn't feel like it is. And also, you should not take the lead. Yeah, true. You have a couple good donut places out that way. No, that's good. Like, there's actually a pizza place on Dundas near Bathurst called Fourth Man in the Fire, and their donuts are really good. Like, I got a sour cream glaze there once, and it was like twice the size of a Tim Hortons sour cream glaze. It was really good. And then I got an apple fritter there, and oh, like it was like crunchy on the outside. Oh my god, it was good. Just got the Blackbeard video sent to you. Well, any people who are members, you guys can watch the Blackbeard video right now, and uh, everyone else, you'll be able to watch it at 9 o'clock in the morning when it goes live. But yeah, all my videos I post, members can see them usually a day or two early, depending when I post it. And yeah, anyone else, you can watch it when it comes out. And please do. Please go watch it. Because Blackbeard's really cool. And he's not who you think he is. Circle K has decent coffees. It's convenience store coffee, so it should be terrible, but it's brewed fresh every time. Always better than Tim's. Oh, right. Already better than Tim's. Apple fritters are really good every once in a while. Yeah, they're really nice. I don't know. I gotta go back to the fourth man in the fireplace because those donuts are awesome. Blackbeard is fire. Yo, Blackbeard's really cool. And like all of his reputation was like garnered. Like he hardly ever killed anybody. And he just like was really good at looking scary and making people think that he was like this bloodthirsty pirate. So he wasn't a yeah, he wasn't as bloodthirsty as everyone seems to think that he was. He's just really good at making people afraid of him. Yo, what's up, Zach? We're just getting ready to wind down. Just finished the last Reddit story for the night. But yeah, I wanna take a shower and head to bed shortly. You got to work on your long format videos. Yeah, they do take a little more work. Blackbeard was good. Blackbeard is pretty cool. He was good at creating a reputation for himself. Like he would capture ships and then like set the crew free and light the ship on fire, so it makes it look like, oh, he's like this really badass guy who like burns all the ships that he captures, but like he there's no reports of him actually killing anyone until the last fight that he was in, like his very last battle, where he like took so many bullet wounds and stabs and shit. Like, so he was a literally like legendary pirate, arguably the most famous pirate. Used to like apple fritters until I ran into one that was doughy inside. Yeah, that happens sometimes. You got to be careful if they're not made right. Because yeah, they can get really thick. Like if they get made in oil is too hot, then yeah, they'll crisp up outside, but they won't get fluffy on the inside. Like Tony Montana at the end of Scarface. Oh yeah, yeah, he took a good beating, didn't he? God, I gotta watch Scarface again. I remember seeing it as a kid, and the bit in the bathtub just like traumatized me. That was scary. Yeah, say hello to my little friend. Yeah, he went out like a badass, and that's kind of how Blackbeard went out too. Because yeah, he got ambushed by pirate hunters, but no, he was still pretty cool. And yeah, his legend lives on forever because he was so good at creating a reputation for himself. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for all of us here tonight. Thank you for joining me, guys. I hope you enjoyed having some fun reading through Reddit and judging strangers on the internet. That's always fun. Tomorrow night I'll do another H.P. Lovecraft story. I haven't decided which one yet, but I'll have it posted so you guys know. And then maybe Monday or Tuesday I'll do No Sleep again because No Sleep was pretty fun. I promised Angel I would read her story. So, yeah, no problem, Megan. Thanks for coming out all the time. It means a lot to see all you guys coming back every night. I have so many loyal friends, and it's really nice. Anyway, yeah, my arse is getting sore from sitting down so long. So everyone, don't forget, drink water, do your push-ups, stay safe.